Hey, what's up guys? I'm Pat. I run a video production company called Ridge Production. We do videos for basically everything you can think of. There's about 10 of us. The production company is what we do every day. It supports all of us. Me reviewing shit is a side thing. You're always gonna get the truth here, whether you like it or not. Today I'm gonna review Blade Runner 2049. I thought this movie was fucking incredible. It got a 89% on Rotten Tomatoes. I think the Rotten Tomatoes review is important. It was directed by Denis Villeneuve, who did Enemy, Arrival, Prisoners, and Sicario, all of which are amazing movies. He's one of probably the top 5 directors right now. New directors, or just, you know, any people directing in general. And when I heard he was directing this, I was excited. He had, obviously Ridley Scott was involved. He produced it, and you can when you're watching it, you feel like you're watching a Ridley Scott movie. He did a lot of the things that Ridley Scott did in the first one, and he definitely like paid homage to Ridley Scott's style. So first of all, whenever you have a Rotten Tomatoes review where the critics review is higher than the user's review, you usually can tell that the movie is like a little bit advanced, or like kind of like you know, it's not your typical, for lack of a better word, it's just a higher level, you know, movie, because people don't always get shit. So that was the case with this movie. I usually get excited when that happens, because it means that the movie was probably misunderstood by the general public, and it's not for everyone, and that usually means it's for me. And this movie was for me, and a lot of people maybe just didn't see the first one going into the second one, and they kind of they missed the plot somehow, or they didn't really understand what was going on. You really need to read that thing in the beginning of both of the Blade Runners to fully understand what's happening and to really get the full experience. So this Blade Runner takes place 30 years after the original, and they're investigating the birth of a robot, an artificial intelligence. You know, a droid gave birth to another droid. Whether or not Harrison Ford is a Nexus, a droid, a robot, is still unknown, but he did have sex with the original woman, Rachel, Sean Young. He did have sex with Rachel, and then they had a child. I don't want to give away too much, but actually, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just going to talk about the movie, because if you haven't seen it by now, then you're an idiot, and I'm just going to talk about the movie. So I guess this is where you say spoiler alert or whatever. So they have a child, and supposedly they were twins, a boy and a girl, and the girl is she's making the memories for the Nexus, for the droids. She's the best memory maker, and she had a brother who I think could be Ryan Gosling. And this is another reason why I really like this movie, is movies like this, like Prometheus, also directed by Ridley Scott, who didn't direct this, but he produced it. He directed the original one. It's like you can sort of talk about, you know, all you can read in between the lines, and you can just keep trying to figure more out. And I can't wait to see this movie again, because there's a lot of things in it that you can tell that there's a long backstory to each character, and things that are hinted at or not fully explained or not fully revealed, and it leaves the opportunity to talk about it, you know, after the movie, and just, you know, it makes it bigger than just a movie that was meant to be just purely entertaining, right? So this movie wasn't meant to be purely entertaining in all the easy ways. You know, it's slow at times, and if you miss a little piece of dialogue, it's really important. So the beginning of the movie starts out by talking about how the Nexus 8s, well, the Tyrell Corporation went out of business making the Nexus 6s because they got rebellious and started fucking shit up. And then Jared Leto's character creates the Nexus 8s, and they are made to obey orders from Nexus 6s. And so to understand, first of all, that these are new, what the Nexus is, it's a robot with artificial intelligence and human feelings and human memories. So if you're not fully appreciating what that would be like, I think this is the most realistic portrayal of the future and of artificial intelligence and what that would look like, what it would feel like for the droids and for humans if there was another... Shut up! If there was another race of people. I mean, it's not a race of people, but it is a race. These things are living and walking amongst us. So, you know, we would be racist towards them, and they call them skin jobs, and their feelings. They have feelings, and you have to fully appreciate that when watching this movie. What would that really be like? You know, what would that really look like? And the weight of something like wanting to be human. So when Ryan Gosling's character finds out that he could be actually really part human, it's like really a big deal for him, and his acting shows that, reflects that. And it's if you're not fully appreciating what that would be like, then you're not going to be able to fully appreciate the gravity of that situation and the movie and what it means. Like, and the other cool thing about this movie is that it's like we're literally in the beginning stages of this artificial intelligence thing happening, and these are some of the implications of what that would look like if it happened. So why didn't you like the movie? Tim's a perfect example of someone who didn't understand the movie, didn't like the movie. Blade Runner. See, he doesn't even know what we're talking about.
I started zoning out because shit was slow.
Did you read the beginning?
Yeah.
Well, it starts off with him showing up at a Nexus 8's house. The big dude who plays that red guy in Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
And I mean, if that's not enough action for you in the first 10 minutes, I don't know what is. I mean, they have a fight that goes through the fucking wall.
The beginning's rad, but I don't know what's going on. The
story
never starts coming together for me.
So that's actually a good point.
About an hour in, I'm like, I don't really know what's going on. I'm not invested anymore.
Okay, so that's my point, right? If you don't know what a Blade Runner is...
I know what a Blade Runner is. They explain that in the movie.
In the very beginning. He's just like... So you know what's going on then.
Then Jared Leto's giving birth to
Hold on a second.
Wet thing.
First of all, he didn't give birth to that wet thing.
Well, the thing
he made that Nexus 8, and it has human attributes, memories, feelings. So that's you're skipping to a different thing. In the beginning of the movie, you need to know what Ryan Gosling's character is doing. He's
that much I get.
Okay,
he's
so
trying to track down the
and then he finds
one that gives.
Then he finds the bones under the tree.
What are you supposed to understand what that is?
Well, when he goes back to the thing. Okay, so I mean, look, I could talk. I think that the point is that I could just keep talking about this movie, but the point is Denise did an amazing job directing this. The score is amazing. The acting is incredible. I mean, the CGI is obviously so next level. I saw it in IMAX. When you're watching a movie like this in IMAX, you have to understand that not only is it widescreen, but it's tall too. They shot it on IMAX cameras. So it looks, you can't just show any film on IMAX. Okay, so, and then this girl. All right, can we at least give me the girl, the droid? That was like one of the hottest chicks you've ever seen in your life. She's chill. She was like gorgeous. She's like, yeah. So this girl, Ana de Armas, is like, it's crazy. She's like a fucking. an anomaly. She's like literally one of the most beautiful actresses I've ever seen in my life. Robin Wright's in it. It's just cool. It's a great movie. I would definitely recommend seeing the first one before you see this one, and pay attention. Know what you're walking into, and be patient and read between the lines and appreciate it and enjoy high-level filmmaking and a real cinematic experience. Thanks for watching, guys. Each and every one of you, even if it's just one person watching these reviews, thank you. And click below to see more reviews and subscribe to the channel.